Hello everyone, कैसे हैं आप लोग? Welcome once again to MJ's Maths and Stats. That's MJ Magic Studio to you. I am your host, your dost, and yes, today again in the ghost mode, Mohit Jain with TCS NQT's May Drive, month of May, MAY 2021 drive. Actual question asked in numerical ability section, in quantitative aptitude section. 24 of this being showcased in this particular session. So it's my humble request, as a question start, try to pause the video, try to solve it. These all are pretty easy question asked in this slot. This is the second slot, 3 p.m. slot on 1st of May 2021. I want to see you all doing these questions and then look out for the solution. So welcome once again, and if you haven't subscribed it yet to the channel, please do that. That's an humble request. Please subscribe to the channel and let's begin now. Find the area of the blue shaded region in square centimeter. Take pi equals to 22/7. As we can see in this diagram, we have got these four circles touching each other. That means this white dot is nothing but 1/4 of the full circle. And as we can see, we have got 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 1/4, 4 times. That means this area of the circle is nothing but a full circle with radius 7. So area of the circle, this 4 quadrant, would be pi, r is 7, pi r is square, and that happens to be 22 into 7, that is 154 square centimeter. Now if we look at the square, one side of the square is twice the radius of the circle, that is 7 plus 7, that is 14. That means area of the square is 14 square, that is equal to side square, which is 196. So now from the square, this total square, if we delete the area of these 4 quadrant of circle, we'll get the blue portion. Blue shaded portion is area of the square 196 minus area of the circle 154, that gives us 42 square centimeter, and that is in option D. Option D is the answer. Three solid metallic spheres of radii 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter and 5 centimeter are melted. What is the volume of a sphere? Volume of sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. That means if 3 of them are melted and form a single solid sphere, we can say that 4 by 3 pi r1 cube, that is 3 cube, plus 4 cube plus 5 cube, volume of the 3 must be equals to 4 by 3 pi r cube, that is volume of the new sphere. This goes out. 3 cube is 27 plus 64 plus 125 is 216, that is 6 cube, that is r cube. That means radius of the new sphere is 6. Done. Now what next? Find the ratio of total surface area. Total surface area of a sphere is given by 4 pi r square. Area of the 3 smaller sphere, that is if I take 4 pi common, r square 9, r square 16, r square 25. This is the total surface or area of the 3 old spheres, and the surface area of the new big sphere formed. We need to find the ratio. Divided by 4 pi, r here is 6, that will be 36. So it gone. The ratio we are looking out for is 2550 by 36. Both are divisible by 2. 25 by 18. So ratio we are looking out for is 25 is to 18, and yes, that is in option B. Find the least number which when divided by 18, 21 and 35 will leave in each case the same remainder. Whenever we have these type of question which we are which is leaving the same kind of remainder, the least number is always LCM of the divisor, that is 18, 21 and 35, and add the same remainder to it. That's it. So LCM of 18, 21 and 35 we are looking out for. So 18 is 3 into 3 into 2, 27 is 3 into 7, and this is 7 into 5. So we have 7 and 3 gone, 9 to 18 and into 35. 35 into 18 will give us 630. So LCM is 630. The least number which we are looking out for is LCM 630 plus the same remainder, that is 4, that is 634. And yes, we have 634 in option C. Okay, a pretty simple question from average, which we have run this in many of our session. The average age of combined group of male and female in a party is 20. We can use this. Average is like number of male and male average plus female and female average divided by male plus female. We can use this process and solve this. So here the overall average is 20. If the average age of male is 23 years, that means 23m plus, and that of female is 19, 19f upon m plus f. So we'll get 20m plus 20f equals 23m plus 19f. 20 minus 19 is 1f, 23 is 3m. What we are looking out for, percentage of female in the party. So f by m is like 3:1. Then f percentage is 3 upon 3 plus 1, that is 4, and that turns around to 75%. That is the simplest of like equation method to do this. Yes, we have our rule 6 jungle rule butterfly diagram, which is very popular butterfly diagram from our jungle rule book. And yes, we use the cross diagram, butterfly diagram. So we have male, female. Average of male is 23, female is 19, and overall average will feature in the middle. Now the distance between 23 and 20 is 3. Distance between 19 and 20 is 1. That means male and female ratio is 1:3. That exactly what we have found. So female is 3 by 3 plus 1, that is 4. 3/4 of the total is 75%. Obviously after you have multiplied this by 100. So 75% features in option A, and option A is the answer. Sunil gave 30% of the total money he had to his sister. Suppose Sunil have 100 rupees. To his sister he gave 30% of 100, that is 30. Now he is left with 100 minus 30, that is 70. He then gave 25% of the remaining amount to his brother. So his brother will get 25% of 70, that is 75 4, 35 by 2, 17.5. So he's left with 70 minus 17.5, that is 52.5 now. He then donated 20% of the remaining. 20% of the remaining means 52.5 by 5, that would be 10.5. 52.5 minus 10.5 is 42. He's left with 42 after donation to a trust, and now he is left with 7308. That means if 100 is the base, he is left with 42. That means 42% or 42 you can say correspond to 7308. Then 100% or 100 corresponds to how much? 7308 by 42 into 100, and the value which we will get is, yes, 17,400. 17,400 rupees is the amount with which Sunil had started initially, and that features in option D, and that's our answer. In an examination, 40% student passed in physics, 50% passed in chemistry, and 20% in both the subject. The percentage of student failed in both the subjects. Since no data is given, it's quite evident that we will assume that there is only two subjects, physics and chemistry. 40% passed in physics, 50% passed in chemistry, and 20% in both. That means 40 minus 20 is 20 who have passed in only physics, 50 minus 20 is 30 who have passed in only chemistry. So the total number of students who have passed in either physics or chemistry is 20 plus 20 plus 30, that is equals to 70%. Now we are looking out for the number of students who have failed in both the subject, that is P union C complement, that will be 100% minus 70%. So 30% of the student have failed in both the subjects, and that is in option D. Hence 30% D is our answer. Rian listed an article at rupees 1800 and offered two successive discount of 5% and 10% on it. Find the gain or loss to Rian if he offers a single discount of 15% instead of two successive discount of 5% and 10%. First, let's see what is the effect of two successive discount, where we can use our rule 3, net changing rule, to find the continuous change. Two successive discounts, it can be x plus y plus xy by 100 with respective signs. Obviously these are discount, we will put minus sign on this. So that would be minus 5, minus 10, minus 5 into minus 10 is plus 50 by 100. So that comes to minus 14.5%. So if he gives two successive discount of 5% and 10%, overall he have given actually discount of 14.5% only. But if we give straight away 15% discount, obviously he need to face a loss of 15 minus 14.5, that is 0.5%. Now our task is just to find how much is 0.5% of 1800. That comes to 5 by 10 into 100 into 1800. Okay, so this is 90 by 10, that is rupees 9. So if we give straight away 15% discount instead of two successive discount, he will need to incur another loss of 9 rupees, which features in option B. Vipin invested rupees X at a simple interest for 4 years at a certain rate % per annum. After 4 years, he got 160 at simple interest. Simple interest formula is simply PRT by 100. So he invested rupees X at rate % we don't know for 4 years by 100. This is equals to 160. Okay, fair enough. That means X into R is equals to 4000. Again, he invested rupees 3x at the same rate of simple interest for 6 years. Find the amount of interest received on rupees 3x after 6 years. We again use this formula. Here the principal is 3x, rate is R, time is 6 years divided by 100. So that is XR into 18 by 100. The value of XR is 4000. 4000 into 18 by 100, that will give 720. Yes, 720 rupees would be the interest that he would collect on rupees 3x after 6 years. That features in option B, and that is our answer. Priya offers 4.8% discount on the marked price. Let the marked price of the toy be M, then selling price is, after 4.8% discount, it should be 95.2% of M, or we can say 0.952 M. That is the selling price of one toy. And gives one toy free on buying all the 16 toy cars, and thus gains 40%. Gain or loss is always on the cost price. Let the cost price of one car is C. How many car is sold? One toy car for free and 16 toy cars sold. That means 17 cars are sold. Cost price of 17 car would be 17 into C. Okay. But actually she have received money of only 16 cars because one car was free. So we can say that selling price is cost price plus profit. We know that. So selling price what she have collected is for only 16 car. 16 into 0.952 M is equals to cost price of 17 car is 17C and profit is 40%. So that can also be written as C into 100 plus 40, that is 1.4. That will be 1.4 into 17C. The marked price of the toy car is above the cost price by, that means we are looking out for M by C. M by C would be 1.4 into 17 divided by 16 into 0.952, and that comes to 1.5625. How much is the marked price more than cost price on the cost price? It is 0.5625. In percentages, it is 56.25%. Answer feature in option C. Rahul invested 12,000 on compound interest compounded annually for 3 years at the rate of 25% per annum, that is 1/4. After 2 years, he invested an additional 60% of the total value of the amount to his credit then. Okay, let's see how much amount was there in his account after 2 years. 12,000 invested. After 2 years, that means 12,000 into 1.25%, 1.25 whole square. This will be the amount in his account after 2 years. 12,000 into 1.25 whole square will give 18,750. That is the amount available in his credit after 2 years. Now he invested more 60% of this. Then how much is 60% of this? 18,750 plus 60% of this, or we can directly calculate, or we can also find also a simple calculator might help. 18,750 into 0.6 will give 11,250. 11,250. So now his investment is of 18 plus 11, 29 plus 1, 30,000. Now his investment is of 30,000 for how many years? Let's see the question. How much amount will he get on completion of the term? That means 3 years. After 3 years from the date of investment of 12,000. So now he will get interest on 30,000. Interest would be 1/4 of 30,000. That would be 7500. So amount in his account at the end of third year would be 30,000 into 1.25 or 30,000 plus 7500. That is 37,500. That features in option D, and that is the answer. A merchant completes a journey of total distance of 2400 km by using 3 modes: flight, train, bus. The ratio of speed of flight, train and bus is 40:5:3, and the ratio of time spent by flight, train and bus is 2:5:5. Find the distance travelled by the train. Now we know that distance is equals to speed into time. We can use the joint ratio format, where speed into time will give us distance ratio. So distance ratio would be simply speed into time. 40 into 2, 80, 5 into 5, 25, 3 into 5, 15, or it's simply 16:5:3, and that is your distance ratio. Now the question, find the distance travelled by the train. This is train. Travelled by the train is 5 of the 3. So distance travelled by train is 5 part out of 5 and 3, 8, and 16 is 24. 5 by 24 into total distance is 2400. Distance travelled by train is 500 kilometers, and yes, that features in option A. Amit started a business on 1st January 2018 with an investment of 95,000. Okay, Amit investment is 95,000. Raghav joined him after few months by investing 76, but Raghav joined after few months. If the total profit is divided in the ratio of 5:3, profit ratio is 5:3, on 1st January 2019, that means exactly after 1 year. That means Amit's investment is for 12 months, and we don't know the investment of Raghav, let it be X months. So you know that the money or the profit will be divided in the ratio of the weighted investment for the number of months they have been invested. So it's quite evident that 95,000 into 12 by 76,000 into X is equals to 5/3. If we solve this, you'll be able to find X, which is the number of months for which Raghav investment was there. So that would be 19,500 gone 4,3. So X is equals to 9. That means Raghav invested his money for 9 months. Now what is the question? Find the period after which Raghav joined the business. That means Raghav joined the business after 12 minus 9, that is 3 months. Because his investment is only there for 9 months, he joined the business after 3 months, and that features in option D. A milkman sells milk at cost price, but he mixes it with water and thereby gains P%. Suppose it is P%. Now here is a trick and a small shortcut for this. If the milkman is selling the adulterated milk with water at the cost price and making P% profit, then the ratio of water and milk, the ratio in which he mixed water and milk, is given by simply P by 100. We can use this particular shortcut and solve this question very easily. Now he has made a profit of 15%. That means water is to milk is 15 by 100. The percentage of water in the mixture, is 15 by 100 plus 15 into 100. That is 3 by 23, and 3 by 23 will come around at 13.04%. That features in option D straight away. No need to frame long equations, just keep in mind this format. When this is applicable, when the adulterated milk and water or the mixture is sold at the cost price of the main ingredient and the profit made is P%, then the adulterated material divided by main ingredient is given by P by 100. Simple thing to keep in mind and use it. "12% begin to work together on a job, but after some days, 6% left. As a result, the job, which could have been completed in 60 days, was completed in 100 days. 12 आदमी काम करके would have completed the job in 60 days. But what happened actually? 12 people were able to work only for X days, and then 6 people left. Then 6 people worked for more days, and so that the entire work is now completed in 100 days. So these 6 people work for 100 minus X days. Now if we compare work done on both sides, now this equation fits in. 12 people would have completed the work in 60 days, but now 12 people work for X days and the remaining 6 people work for 100 minus X days. After how many days of the commencement of the work did the 6 people leave? That means whatever variable we have taken, we are looking out for that value. We are looking out for value of X. So if I divide throughout by 6, it would be 120 equals to 2x plus 100 minus x. That means 120 minus 100 is 20 equals 2x. After 20 days, 6 people basically left. Okay, yes, we have 20 there. That is in option B, and that is the answer. Okay, again a classical form time and work. We'll use our rule 8, that is CM rule, common multiple rule, to solve it in one go. A and B together can do the work in 10 days. A plus B, 10 days. B and C together can do the same work in 15 days. B plus C, 15. A, B, C together can do the same work in 8 days. A plus B plus C in 8. Then, how many days can B alone do the work? Now, if we take C on the left hand side, if I add first equation with the second one, and if I deduct the third one, if I add these two, I'll get A, B, B plus C, minus A, minus B, minus C. I'll left with B only. That means in the CM rule, common multiple rule, these two would be added and this would be subtracted. LCM of 10, 15 and 8 will be 120. 120 by 10 is 12. 120 by 15 is 8. 120 by minus 8 will give minus 15. So now if we add up this, 20 minus 15 is 5. Time taken by B would be simply 120 by 5, that is 24 days. If he works alone, we can use our LCM method or CM method, where we are actually calculating the efficiency of the each group per day. If they need to make 120 units, then in one day how many units are produced? Now to produce 120 units, B will take 5 days. B is producing actually 5 units per day, sorry, not 5 days, and he needs to produce 120 units. Then the time taken by him would be 24 days. This is how rule 8 CM rule goes. If you want to dig in deeper into the CM rule, you go and check I'll give the link in the description also, or else you can go and check the playlist arithmetic. You will find all details of rule 8 in that particular playlist. So our answer is 24, that is option D. The ratio of speed of Rajat and Rupa is 3:2. Speed ratio is given 3:2. If Rupa takes 2 hours more than Rajat to cover a certain distance, find the time taken by Rajat to cover the same distance. We need the time taken. If speed ratio is given, time ratio is inverse ratio of speed, because speed and time are inversely proportional to each other if distance to be covered is same. So inverse ratio of speed ratio will be 2:3. That means time taken by Rajat is 2 units, then time taken by Rupa is 3 units, and Rupa takes 2 hours more. That means 3x minus 2x is 2, x is equals to 2. That means time taken by Rajat is 2x, that is 2 into 2, 4 hours. By simply inverse ratio format, this question becomes really very simple to solve, isn't it? Find the time taken by Rajat in hours, that is 4 hours to cover the same distance, that is option C. A vehicle travels a distance of 72 km at a certain average speed during weekends. Let it be x. On any working day, the average speed of the vehicle is 2 km per hour lesser than its average speed on weekdays. So let this time average speed is x minus 2. And it takes 3 hours more to cover the same distance, and same distance is 72. That means obviously time taken on weekdays would be 72 upon x minus 2. We know the formula for time. Time taken formula is distance by speed. And this is 3 hours more than the normal weekend's time, that is 72 by x. This is equals to 3, a simple equation to solve now. Find the average speed of the vehicle on weekends. Okay, weekends average speed is x. We are looking out for the value of x. 72 saved x minus x plus 2 upon x into x minus 2 is 3. Done. Okay, so 72 by 3 will be 24 into 2 is 48. We'll get x into x minus 2 is 48, which can be written as 8 into 6. Simply we can find the value of x. X is equals to 8, or we can solve it as a quadratic equation. We'll get it. X will be 8. Find the average speed of the vehicle on weekends. That would be 8 km per hour. That is in option A, and that is our answer. If sum of twice the age of Raman and 3 times the age of Jaya is 78, and the sum of thrice the age of Raman plus 5 times the age of Jaya is 126. Find the age of Jaya. I need the value of J, so let me keep at J. I'll multiply this by 3 and let me multiply this by 2. So what I'll get, 6R plus 9J is 78 into 3, 234, and 6R plus 10J is 126 into 2 is 252. If I subtract these, I'll get J equals 252 minus 234, that is 18. Age of Jaya in years is simply 18, that is in option C, and that is the answer. The sum of median and mode. Median is the middlemost value and mode is the most popular value. So let first arrange these data in ascending order so that our life becomes simple as far as median need to be calculated, isn't it? So what we have, 8, 8, then 9, 1, 2, 3, 9, 9, 9, then we have 16, 18, 29, 59 and 61. So let's calculate the mode first. 9 is like occurring 3 times, which is the most number of times. So mode is 9. For median we need n plus 1 by 2th element. Median is n plus 1 by 2th element. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is 5.5th element. 10 plus 1 by 2, that is 5th element plus 6th element from the left divided by 2. 5th element is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6th element is 16, that is 9 plus 16 by 2, that is 12.5. 25 by 2 is 12.5, that is median. Now the question is, what is sum of median plus mode? Median is 12.5, mode is 9, so that will be 21.5, and this features in option B. The weights of 7 boys are given. What is the variance of the weights? The formula for variance is summation x minus x bar whole square by n. This is our x. 65, 62, 74, 80, 78, 69, 76. First we need to add them up. That will come to 504. We need to find the mean first, x bar. X bar is summation x by n. That is 504 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 by 7. That will be 72. Next, x minus x bar whole square. 65 minus 72 is 7. 7 square is 49. 62 minus 72 is 10. 10 square is 100. 74 minus 72 is 2. 2 square is 4. 80 minus 72 is 8. 8 square is 64. 78 minus 72 is 6. 6 square 36. 69 minus 72 is minus 3. That square would be 9. 76 minus 72 is 4. That square would be 16. Our job is just to find the sum of this, and that would be 278. So variance is summation of x minus x bar whole square, that is 278, divided by n divided by 7, that would be 39.71. That features in option B. Sometimes students have asked me why I am not dividing this by n minus 1. Basically, we divide this by n minus 1 when the word sample is specifically used in these kind of question. A sample of 7 boys is taken out from 100 boys and their weights are found to be this. What is the variance of these 7 boys? Then I'll use the formula of n minus 1, because in sampling we use formula n minus 1 to reduce the error. Otherwise, it is always assumed to be the population, the entire thing as a whole, and hence I divide by n and not by n minus 1. That's a bit technical thing. So look out for the word sample. If there is the word sample in it, sample variance, to calculate the sample variance, divide this numerator by n minus 1 in case we are calculating sample. If nothing, no sample word is given, it's simply divided by n in that case. If x is the mean of the first 8 positive integral multiple of 9, that means 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, and then 63, 7 and 8 would be 72. And y is the median of the same numbers, find the value of 5x minus 3y. First of all, if we look at this kind of series, this is always an AP series. Yes, for an AP series, mean is always equals to median, whatsoever the number of terms be in the series. So that means in this case, x is simply equals to y. We are supposed to find the value of 5x minus 3y. That means we are actually supposed to find the value of 2x, whether we are calculating mean or median whatsoever. Now calculation of mean becomes simple. For an AP series, mean is simply first term plus last term divided by 2. So that is 81 by 2. So mean is 81 by 2. That is x equals to 81 by 2. 2x is equals to 81. That is the answer we are looking out for. So with all the theoretical concept, this question actually become easy mean question to solve it. So final answer is 81. That features in option A. From the palette of 3 questions from algebra, search indices, this is the first one. 647, 647, 353, let it be A and let it be B. So we would be reduced with A square minus AB plus B square upon A cube plus B cube. You know that A cube plus B cube is A plus B into A square minus AB plus B square. That means this expression we are left with is 1 upon A plus B. Now A is 0.647 and 0.353. If we add up, we get 1. That means final answer is 1 by 1. That is 1, and that features in option A. A simplification question. Use Bodmal rule. First we need to multiply, na? 25 into 25 is 625, and this is 4. So we have 4 by 25 minus 13 5 times 1 by 25 in the numerator. So in the numerator we have 3 by 25. Denominator, this is 2 by 5 minus 1 by 5, that is 1 by 5. So numerator 3 by 5 divided by 1 by 5, that will give us how much? 3 by 5. Now this is whole square, so everything boiled down to 9 by 25 into 5 by 7, that is 9 by 35. Final answer 9 by 35 plus 1 by 7, LCM 35, 9 plus 5, that is 14 by 35. 9 plus 5, 14. Yes, 14 by 35 features in option D. A simplification question once again. Fifth root of 1024. 1024 is a very regular famous number, that is 2 to the power 10. So this would be 2 to the power 10 by 5 upon 1296 is 36 is square, that means 6 to the power 4. 6 to the power 4 by 4 plus cube root of 56. 56 is 2 into 28, that is again 2 into 14, that is again 2 into 7. So that is 2 cube into 7. This we can write as 2 root 7 cube root of 7. 2401. 2401 is 49 is square, that is 7 to the power 4. That means this will be 7 into cube root of 7 minus 16 is 2 to the power 4 by 3. So now this is simple, this becomes 4 by 6. 4 by 6 would be 2 by 3 plus cube root of 7 cancel out, 2 by 7 minus this would be 2 by 3. 2 by 3 out, we are left with 2 by 7, and yes, that features in option C. Thank you everyone for participating. This is Mohit Jain signing off from MJ's Maths and Stats, that MJ Magic Studio to you, in the hope that I'll see you soon again with TCS one more slot question session. I'll be running very soon, and yes, I would be coming back very soon. And thanks everyone for participating. Stay at home, stay safe, be strong. India will fight back. Yes, we'll come all guns blazing and all under the new sun, isn't it? Yes, on this note, stay happy and don't be positive. Don't stay positive, but be positive. Yes, isn't it? Yes, I'll see you soon on this note, but if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do that. Do subscribe to the channel and help the channel grow. I'll see you soon. Thank you everyone.